Hello, I'm Brandon Wheeler, and I just watched another Studio Ghibli film, of course, because Studio Ghibli has so many movies. But I saw this one, and since I'm writing a fantasy book, I'm like, okay, I'll watch it because it's fantasy related and everything. It's called Tales from Earthsea, and seemingly, while watching the film, I found out it's based on a bunch of books, and seemingly it's nothing like any of those books, and it's rather disappointing by book standards, because everyone is like, even the author's like, they made a fine movie, but it's nothing like what I wrote. And I don't understand why people do that. Even reading about it, Studio Ghibli, it was like a very controversial thing within the company. Like the Hayao Miyazaki or so's son directed it, and Hayao didn't want his son to do it because he didn't approve of it or whatever. So, keeping all that in mind while I was watching the movie, putting all that aside, just judging the movie based off its merits, this is the first Studio Ghibli film that I felt really disappointed. Because it's just like, I mean, yeah, I didn't really like Howl's Moving Castle. I didn't really like Spirited Away. I'll rewatch that one day to give a review, I guess. But I'll give it another shot one day. But this one's just like, didn't really feel like it had any personality or anything. Like Howl's Moving Castle, I see the animation with, the cooking and everything going around, the airplanes and stuff like that, and it really felt like there was still some things to like in Howl's Moving Castle. And this is just kind of like, okay, things are pretty, some of the city artwork is cool. Well, I watched in English, so William Dafoe is the villain, giving his most Green Goblin performance at the end, which is still good. A little bit of blood stuff, which, depending on what your view is, you may not like that or not. The character, just Sparrowhawk, cool name, cool wizard, everything. He's probably the most interesting character of the whole thing. But that was the main thing, is just like, the main character is just like, what, and I see that as a thing about the movie, a complaint, is like, what was the plot? What was the movie about? Because nothing's really explained of why the boy did what he did, ran away. It's just like, why am I invested in him? What's his deal? It's like 45 minutes or so before I find out anything about him. No, even like an hour before like anything is said about him. I'm just like, why did he do that? What's the issue? If he's afraid of death and whatever, why is that doing? The main issue is like with him, and I just didn't understand it. It just felt like you see some things in the movie that seem like they should work and should be good, but they don't. I hate to say this was my first real I can't really remember the last time I was disappointed in a film, and this was, and it's more disappointing when you read about how they just keep things accurate to the stories. That's all you gotta do. Stop screwing things over. But this is just, I don't know, Sparrowhawk deserved better. Have you seen the movie? If you liked it, I mean, still, My Neighbor Totoro and Porco Rosso are still the best. But, I don't know, just, what other fantasy movies should I watch? Give suggestions, but hopefully I hear there's some sort of adaptation someone's making somewhere. Hopefully that does better for the books. But, oh well. Alright, well, see you in the next one. Goodbye.